What is up, YouTube? This is Radio Station here, and this is going to be the final episodes of season 2. It's going to be episode 24 in total, not counting the episode 0, which is the fifth thing, of course, or Sophie's place. Yeah, it's going to be the final episode of season 2 of Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. All right. So last time on Mushoku Tensei, a very direction-wise, a very questionable episode, to be honest. The thing is, so from what I remember, it was not Roxy who pushed him, who was the one being more assertive. It was Rudy, from what I remember. And I don't know why they decided to go with this choice. I've heard some really interesting things from the author himself, Ryu Fujin, that he is concerned about stuff being changed that may change the context for it. Now, of course, you don't want to. There's no case in just trying to start raising flags all of a sudden. But it is something I am very concerned with, nonetheless. So that's kind of something to take into account. So hold on. I'm trying to adjust the home. I don't know why it's not working too well here. Okay, I guess it's whatever. Sorry to do that midnight recording. But yeah, this season overall, I'm counting part one as well. In retrospect, I remember I was not too happy with with how some stuff was cut. And again, season one had that sort of magic, even though the pacing was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, Okay, not bad. It's just it's just not there. At least it has a case of attention in terms of directing that can make up. It made up enough ground for and it made a very not too dragging sort of ways. In as opposed to if it try to go directly by the books and just try to have a whole deliberate gradual pace, it made everything flow pretty nicely. I can't say the same for season 2, and it probably more or less goes to show that the change in directors and most of the staff didn't help. Even when most of the staff, some of the former staff did return for some of these episodes, it didn't work out as well. No, the Norm episode was great. The Paul episode was fantastic. I remember that actually got me emotional. I'll admit that. And there was another one with. There was also one with Nanahoshi, which I felt like it should have been done better though. But otherwise, overall, season 2, I'm still mad at what they did with Volume 7. With Sarah and all, and they really just fumbled the bag on that one. I'm still not happy about it. And of course, the short cuts and production. I'm not saying season 1 didn't have its issues, but season 2 it sticks out way too much. I'm not gonna be one of these people. If you've seen someone, I don't know why I have to randomly bring this up, but if you see someone even a big name I guess throw this one, probably Pretentious, who is a Sakuga stan, and also I'm not gonna say much, although I will say that I've recently seen him go to a very troubling position of where he might feel like how he may word things, maybe more of like an elitist, considering now he's also into the visual novel game. And regardless of how you feel about visual novels, You know how that many of these bands might be trying to offend for visual novels. I'm not saying visual novels are bad or something you shouldn't do. It's just more like these people don't understand why it's just not, you can't just simply go into it, even if you can mention like, oh, there's a convenience of this and that. There's just something called commitment, even given all of that. And for me personally, it's like I'm interested, but I'm not prioritizing it. That's why we can't just randomly dig into it like most of these other people, like many of those people can. It's just how it is. But that's off topic. The thing is with season 2 is it has some good moments, but it's also perplexingly disappointing. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. Enjoy it to a certain extent. I just felt like a lot of things could have went out better in terms of how the execution, like playing out certain scenes where I'm not against the part where Rudy's gonna go for polygamy, of course. Like literally, you could see that shit from all the way from across the damn country, or from the other side of the earth. You can literally see that he was going to get all three. He's going to get all three fucking starter Pokemon for sure. Okay, Pokemon jokes aside, now he's gonna have to break it to Selphie about the whole thing with Roxy. I'm still mad at how they cut a lot of the scenes there, especially the part where Elena Lise was, apparently suggested to Roxy about it. I my bad if I said like, oh, she kind of goaded, trying to push them to it. It's more like she suggested, and Roxy was like, oh, and it just took the section, and really is like, what? You actually fucking did it? It's a difficult deal. Like Rudy knows he fucked up so badly. But I don't blame, I have nothing against him for liking multiple, having love for multiple people like that. Why like this? The thing is, polygamy is such a taboo sort of thing to many religions, but it's not like. If both parties can consent, if both parties are happy, why do you have the right to judge how you have no right to judge their happiness at this point. Like, are they harming anybody? Are they harming anybody because of their consent, because of that consent? No, absolutely not. But, I mean, you don't need to feel comfortable about it. It's okay if you feel uncomfortable about it, but you can't judge how other people want to live their lives. If I find out one of my former friends wants to have two wives, or whatever is going on, it's just like, as long as you're not, no one's being harmed, as long as everyone's being happy, as everyone's coming to an agreement, no one needs to pay, there's a sense of responsibility, like you're not just playing it off like it's just like playing it off like jokes, like something trivial or anything. Rudy's committed, of course. Like, I'm not for blaming, like, I'm not, like, I can't get my self-interest. My ass can't even fandom about even getting a wife at all. I'm sorry. Like, it's a lot to kind of just, because I have in my head, I'm just thinking like, damn, how do I commit? How do I, and it's more like dealing with the responsibility. Like, I don't want to end up doing or saying something that ruins that relationship. It's a life-chinging deal. Like, and I know, and I myself, I'm just not ready. I don't feel like I'm ready for that. But I can at least make a good attempt to understand other people's side of things where they're dealing with it. And Rudy is at least, like, despite what he did here, he's he's still doing far better off than when he did it with his previous life. And I'm saying he doesn't have it all. He doesn't have it everything go all fine and dandy. No, you know, you know, freaking cap. I know that's so obvious here. I mean, I feel like people continue to overlook that because they're thinking they have too much of uh, a fast way to resolve it. I don't think I don't think it's truly resolving. It's just more like alleviating it, things, if anything. But let's just see how things play out for this episode. I actually heard we're gonna get Eris showing up at the very last fucking moment before and of course season 3 got announced. Yay! Not even surprised, honestly. But yeah, let's get to this episode then. All right. Okay, alright, this final episode starting in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's worried about selfie. Well, it's been probably a few months. It's been a while, right? Yeah. It's been a while. Like something could have happened. Mm. Mm. He's being scared. Like, what the fuck happened? He's in like literally just panicking right now. I forget they don't have door. I forget. He's in a. She's been doing just fine. He's still panicking because like he's because of what the fucking man god put instilled in him. I mean, he has. I mean, I don't blame him being worried considering like he's not he considering that he's thinking about the old you know like he's thinking like the considering what the manga says, like when if stuff happens, shit will happen. Like whatever, you know, he already has some regret going over there to save his any lost pawn, and his mom's fucking mute amnesiac, literal vegetable right now. Where's Paul? That was a very far. They've been just protecting her all that time after ever since that Mana incident. All right, settle down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You shouldn't be holding a sword unless you got the mentality to use it at the right time. You also got the mental fortitude, yeah, to be able to use it properly. She could barely hold it on with her two hands. It's gonna take a while. Okay, she has some slivers of fragments of memories to make her hold that. She probably won't ever get better. Because this isn't something where you just put up healing magic and be over and done with it. This is literally some sort of. I'm not gonna say it's a curse, but it feels something like as such. Now we're adventurers. We can't just stick around for too long. Where was this man during that round two though? It's still very sus. Like I know it, like I know it has to be some. She may have to have the guard the way out, but still, it's never mind. I was about to say something, but I just completely forgot it right then and there. Oh boy, it's about Roxy, huh? Well, Norm's not gonna like it in particular. I know that for sure. Sophie's obviously gonna be okay with it. Like she's too nice for her own good. Oh boy. But because of that, Sophie is on the. But I. Norm's VA is knocking it out of the ballpark right now. But you're. But she wasn't. But he is not a Millis. Um. Sophie, say something. Oh. Norm's understandably mad, but you know, of course she was not there to completely understand the, the gist of the situation. You know, it's very complicated. And plus, she's still young. She's still very young. Considering you know how Rudy is. Yeah, he was. She looked up. She looked up to her a lot. Yeah. Now to finally see who he's talking about in person. And the sunshine, is perfect timing. Sophie's such a good wife, man. The fact that she's able to accept, that she's willing to accept another girl into Rudy's life is something. Yeah, I'm just saying he may be affiliated with with someone of Millis, but he ain't Millis himself. Yeah. There's also that. Wow. I was expecting it to be a little. Mm. I just like how this is just chasing her around the back. Oh wow, just a month just passed just like that. But you know what? A month can just fly by instantly. We're not just highlighting Rudy's high school days of youth. We're gonna highlight his whole fucking life for the long run, you know, specifically. Why does it look like it's literally mini Rudy right there. Congrats, Yuri. You are now officially a father. It's really nice. I was gonna go visit his old man's grave. Yeah, he would have been a grandfather. Just like you suggested. He probably did. Yeah. And yeah, he's gonna make some mistake. That's like every other real life human being. Like we can't just stay, error free. I like how that win is just kind of giving him a little push. It's Paul giving him that little push. Hey, Eris, where you been? With no regrets. Yeah. Episode 24, Succession. Oh, mm. Yep, and that's season 3 announcement. Just like I talked about earlier. All right. Well, this season, as much as it disappoints, it feels like the euphonium situation. But it still punches hard with these moments. And there's something about it that can click with me more than what the previous one, Euphonium, does. And here's the thing. It's also dealing with very grounded characters. Characters that they ain't perfect. They're gonna fuck up. They're gonna look like the villain, and they're gonna have everyone pointing fingers at one, just with one particular fuck up, and people are just gonna throw pitchforks at them, regardless, wherever situation, because considering how the world they are in, it felt there's something so, I don't know how to state this, very raw about. And by the way, I was talking about Norm's voice actor. Who was she voiced before? She doesn't have much of a. She's still in her early 20s. That's something. But in terms of the voice acting, like it doesn't seem like she has a glamorous resume before. But she really hit that one home in that final episode. She really did a great job overall. There's the issues of where there's supposed to be. Of course, they're gonna cut some content here, but I don't think it's it's something that for other people to divulge more on. But I'm kind of glad, at least with how things just kind of wrapped up nicely here and there. It's not perfect. It's a little the season overall is kind of a letdown compared to, but it still has its nice moments. I can't hate it. I can never like with Euphonium. I could never hate this series at all. I still have much love for it. I just wish this adaptation could be far better. I know it's going to be a step down from season 1, but I would like to see seen it done with better hands instead of being the joke of just derpy looking production here and there. And it is what it is. And it's just how the industry is. I kind of have to. It's hard. It's tough to kind of admit that, but that's how the world kind of rolls, for better or worse. The Norm's voice actor knocked this shit out the park. That was raw. That was really raw, and the way she was crying about that, and then the way she got mad at Rudy for practically cheating, and it just felt like a genuine sort of a family drama there. It didn't feel like something so contrived either. It didn't feel like something just melodrama just thrown across everywhere, and where Norm's considering how she was brought up, and how she was attached to Paul, and how her attachments are to everything else. I can understand her reaction there. And of course, there's the point she did forget in the moment. Paul was in a similar situation. There was Paul, the very same one that was safe, that was keeping her safe all that time after during the Mana, right after that Mana incident. I like Sophie. Sophie was great here too. She really is a great wife. Too much of a forgiving wife. She's like, he's like, I know Rudy's gonna bring another woman. I know how he is, and I've accepted that. The thing is, it's just as long as everyone's happy, she should be okay with accepting another girl with Rudy. I mean, and the fact that I like that she also brought up that she wanted to meet the very person that she kept having high praises of, and it's like, oh, you're just a normal person. The whole thing with, when your friend, you talk about these celebrities being you put them on these pedestals, they look so large, they're larger than life sort of deal. And then when you meet them in person, they look like the most normal, the most normal individuals in the world, right? Like, you just it could. I would not be surprised. It's just like, wait, you're my neighbor, sort of deal. Like you can't. I'm pretty sure countless times that you have that shit happening. So yeah, I like the. It's like, again, I'm not against the harem sort of the approach. I just wish there was a lot more context provided to where it would build up to that point. Remember, I'm still disappointed in this. I'm not trying to. When I say disappointed, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it at all. I still enjoyed it. Why else would I be doing this here? I just wish it could have been better off. More consistent. And it's with two shows this damn season that I really really like a lot, and they just don't click consistently as I would have loved them to. Volume just show like y'all kind of let me down, but I still love you, man. You too. So it's just how it is, and at least with Mushoku we're gonna see more. Hopefully production will be better off the next time around, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the future's uncertain. At least it's good to know that they're onto it. I just don't want them just rush into things. If it needs to take time, take time. Don't try to throw yourself headlong and like if you're in a situation, but if they're in a situation where they have no choice but to kind of they have no other way out of their current issues because studio may have to, the same studio has to work on other projects, or like there was the deadline set by the committee was too hot, is not particularly favorable, whatever the deal may be, or there's some schematics where they couldn't get such and such people onto this project, or some people left, but something like along the lines. It's not just anything. Hopefully it's not. If anything, these problems will be far from the drastic meltdown of a certain Sasakoi anime and an unnamed memory anime, which somehow the latter one somehow got a second season, by the way. Fucking Engie. But yeah, cut context if there's any there. I'm not the one to cover that. That's someone else is better for the job here. But yeah, this season overall, like while it's a complete step down, I still do enjoy it, and I will look forward to season 3 for sure. Hoping that there will be more to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna just be real with you right now. I did not read past this part that was covered intentionally. I might pick it up like on the light novel right after, soon after. To see where it's at, or I could just leave myself bound. But I do not know. It really depends on how I feel with these next several months. I hope they don't try to rush into like if they get if the season 3 whatever season 3 comes, it better not just come right away in the next year. Like if it needs to go to 2016, where I'll be just an old fucking geezer, then so be it. Don't compromise the quality too much. Anyways, but that's gonna do it for season 2 of Mushoku Tensei. It was like with all the issues there, it still finished nicely. And that moment at the end with visiting Paul's grave, that's really nice. It actually kind of got to me, not gonna lie. Again though, I wish some directing and all that as a whole was much better. But yeah, anyways, smash that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, support the YouTube channel, join Discord server, share the video around, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it for Mushoku Tensei season 2. See you in season 3. Rio Station signing off. See you next time. Take care, stay safe, y'all, and have a great day. Peace.